Alright, so, cracking this beer. Just showing off that I'm playing hard mode. So, I haven't played this game in a long time. I wanted to play this game. I got the footage for this game for my video, and I was just like, damn, this game's so fun, I want to play it again. And I haven't played this game in a long time, so I did some practice. And while I played it, I was like, you know what, this is a good game to, like, play and actually talk about, because this is a great beginner game. If you're new to, if you really want to learn 16-bit games, or you want to play 16-bit games with bigger hitboxes and kind of wonky, this is a great game to start with, especially if you're newer, because it's very easy. Even hard mode is not that hard. I cleared hard mode. I did some practice on a couple things because I wanted to test some stuff. But other than that, I cleared this like in one run, 30 minutes. No issues. I mean, my run wasn't perfect, and I didn't play for score. This game's really abusable for milking, for score. And I milked a little bit at the end, and I kind of messed up a bit doing it, so it's not a perfect run. But, it's just, the reason why I want to talk about this game is because this is just something that I love about 16-bit games, you know, that we don't really get anymore. And we didn't really get before this, too, either. There's like this, the reason why 16-bit horizontal games are so fun is because they just have that character flying kind of thing, you know, the cute 'em up stuff and all that. This is the stuff I love the most. So, it's a really simple game. It's got two sides, which talk about, you know, you flip back and forth. And the bomb I picked, you get a bomb, so you have a charge for your bomb. And I picked the bomb here because, it's like the Lords of Thunder water armor bomb, and it's really, really good in certain situations when you overlap it with your shot at point blank. So I prefer that. The lightning one is not bad either. That's number one. That's also good to use. So a lot of what this game does is, this game uses, like a lot of 16-bit games, which again why it's a good beginner game, is it uses a health system, it's like a shield system kind of. There's no lives. You know, if you lose all those, you know, it's game over. So you need to keep care of your lives because you have a big hitbox. A lot of these 16-bit games, the reason why they have shields, it's kind of important because in arcade games tend to have smaller hitboxes because like with coin op and everything, you know, there'd be more, especially vertical games, there'd be more the patterns would be bigger, there's more bullets or something, and they have smaller hitboxes, so you know you can use a live system. But for a game like this, in the 16-bit games have bigger hitboxes, the screen space is different, character sprites are often bigger, and the enemies are bigger, there's less bullets, and it's more you're running into objects. Because of that, it's a lot easier to use shield systems or live systems or something like that. And this game is really abusable for milking because you get lives, you pick up lives, but you also get, like, I think you get a new life every 50,000. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure because that's how I milked at the end. At the end, I was milking for lives at the end. Anyway, so first boss, really simple, just really basic. I do get hit on him though, so it's kind of sad. But I was trying to point blank him on the second. So he dies here, and then on the second stage, I was trying to do some bomb strat. And I got hit by something I didn't even notice on the edge of the screen. So he shows up a second time. Pretty simple. So he has a different he has this pattern here. He shoots bullets, but he also shoots a fist. So you see, I get hit by this. I'm trying to point blank, basically. And I made a mistake when I was point blanking because I didn't have space to move because I kind of messed up. Because I forgot how much health he had, and I was thinking maybe I could kill him before then. And then that shot was off screen. That was kind of BS. So I got hit twice there. But I'll get a life back. I'm pretty sure this will roll over. So I'll get a life back. So when we get here, I'll talk about scoring for a sec. So scoring is... So how it works is that there's the basic, you want to stock up lives, and this is why milking's so good, especially at the end game, is because each time, every life you get goes to your end score. So you want to get hit as little as possible, which is pretty hard sometimes if you don't know the routing because your hitbox is big. And there are times where even because I'm rusty and I played this game maybe twice in the last 2 days. First time I played it, I only played for half of it. So, and then I played it a little bit earlier to remind myself what the last boss is like. So I basically I basically played the game almost semi-blind, sort of. I kind of have an idea what I was doing. But I'd get hit by things because I don't remember how big the hitbox is, so I'll just run into stuff. Right. The saw section. This section really tests you on the hitbox. And I really love how this is what I love about 16-bit games. This only happens in this style of game where you have the horizontal screen where it goes down and up and all around. They do this a lot in these games. These things jump, those little gears jump, so I want to make sure I don't get it, because I get hit by that a lot when I was practicing. I was like, oh, okay. Don't. I actually got hit by that when I was recording. I was going to record this section originally, and then I picked the stage 3 instead. So these guys, they shoot out, the head pops off, and they shoot little spears out that shoot off things. So you want to move. A lot of this game is, see here, so a lot of this game is trying to position yourself around things. So if you block yourself off into a corner, more than often or not, you're gonna get hit. So this game's all about positioning yourself. This boss, easy, just bomb him. I think in my practice run, I bombed him, and I wasn't point blanking him properly, so I didn't get the god. I didn't have my my secondary on him, my option on him. But he's pretty easy to kill, and you get a bunch of scores. So I got a bunch of lives, which I'm gonna try to keep it. Which I'm actually gonna lose on the boss. So this section, you can milk this. I didn't have enough practice. I didn't want to get hit. But this is like easy points. I'm pretty sure if you watched a high-scoring run of this game, they'd probably be camping the top. I just pulled what I could. I bet the score ceiling for this game is probably like you could probably score stop this game. Now these I don't like to risk getting near these. I don't want to lose my end score. I grab the health. Then we get to this boss. The first stage of this boss is a nightmare with these with this hitbox. So I want to kill him as fast as possible. At least try to, because these guys fire these ricochet lasers, and I'm just gonna walk into every single one. Yeah, I mean, and also my body would have hit there too. Probably. I think I got hit as I bombed, because I don't remember. I'm pretty sure bombs invuln, but only after, not on startup. So it's I think I used it right as I got hit, which is unfortunate. And that's what happens. All right, second stage of this boss is pretty simple. It just wants to block you off. Little worker robot. See, this is such a cool design. Something you only get here. I tried to gate him purposefully to do this, because if you stand too close to the center of the screen, too close to the edge of the screen, then he'll throw one that'll go. If you're like in the bottom right hand corner, it'll go all the way down to you, and it'll actually block you off. So you kind of want to be in the center of the screen, because you want it to kind of try to gate you in so you can get out. So what weapon bonus and what guarantee mean is, guarantee is how many units you kill. So that's how many things you kill. So you want to just, if you can kill everything, you get the max score for the level. And then the weapon bonus is if you use your bomb, and if you kill with the bomb. So this is a game where there's no reason to hold your bomb. You want to use your bomb in every situation. And this is a game where, too, the bomb you choose might actually help you get more guarantees depending on what you do. I picked this bomb personally just because it helps me brute force my way through the game. Because I practiced anything, so I'm just playing it. I'm playing it, as much as I remember it. This is one of the coolest stages. I love this stage. It's short, it's sweet, but it uses the screen space really well. There's actually like very few enemies in this stage. This is mostly an environmental stage. So it's gonna go up and down here a few times. Just need to keep your pattern straight. enemies spawn from those, so you wanna destroy them as fast as possible. And then this section will throw you through the ringer. I'm gonna bomb here because that bomb will take care of 2 of those guys there, and now they won't fire me. So they fire these like semi-aim shots. They basically fire at your direction but a little down. So you want to hug as much as possible and then just slowly work your way in. Oh, and also important, I didn't mention this. Something unique to this game that doesn't exist in most games, obviously, is that all bullets can be shot down. So often what you want to do with your option is your option has a very strong beam. And you can angle it. And so often I like to use the option to mostly focus on the bullets, so I can make sure I don't get hit. You can use the option to not only like take down enemies with good point blanking, but also to protect yourself. So point blank, these guys just make sure they don't, because it'll move back and forth. So you want to make sure you get rid of them now and not later. Pretty simple stuff. And then we have this is where this game is like, why I think this is a really good beginner 16-bit game is because it's a memorizer to some degree. You have to, there's a lot of stage gimmicks that happen in it, or enemies will pop up from behind that you just have to know. And if you don't know what's happening, you're just gonna get hit. So like if I imagine in a more high scoring run, because again, I don't play this game for a score, because if I was gonna play this game for a score, I'd have to take some more time to milk, and I just wanted to do a quick clear. The second game of this series is actually like even better, is much better than this one. This game's great, I love this game, and the second game is supposed to be really good. I've actually never played the second one because the second one was never put in America. Now I mess up here. I'm trying to get that health, and I kind of walked into it because I got hit again. See, this section is a little. I didn't have a bomb up, so normally I would just bomb this, but I bombed earlier. Now this is up here. You just use this safe spot. You don't have to engage with this enemy here at all. Just hold the safe spot, bomb, and the stage will move. But see, as long as you hold that safe spot, because you see again, you destroy the bullets as they hit. Your option that spins around also destroys the bullets. This is quick. I'm just gonna bomb this real. I was gonna bomb for the enemy, but I missed. It doesn't matter. It'll be up soon. Alright, so we have the boss for this stage. This boss is pretty simple. I was trying to point blank, and I got hit trying to point blank. So I want to pull back here and pull up. And what you want to do, see, I pulled up too early. What you want to do is you want to pull up. You want to pull back and then pull up, because the way they're angled. If you pull up, see, this is easier now. So you can pull up to here. Now you can destroy all these bullets, and you can milk this. This is a good spot to milk. If you spend some time on this boss, you could probably milk that for a few thousand or so. I didn't want to spend that much time again. I just wanted to blast this out. This is a game though. I do encourage if you're new, this is a game to play. Oh, I mean, you should play this game because it's fun, but it's just straight fun. The thing about these 16-bit, what I love the 16-bit games is that, yeah, they can be easy, but there's just so much charm to them, and the way they're designed. It's like playing a caravan game. You just have some fun. Just hit the buttons and enjoy it. So this stage is another like pretty hard memo stage in some degree, because you gotta know when they're coming in. So I missed that guy because I wasn't hitting him with both my units, with both my beams. But I get the rest of them. We have these guys. These guys throw you through a loop. You gotta be ready for them, because they appear around you. So you want to pull. If you see them, you pull back. I'll show you. I'll do it here. You want to pull back a bit just so you can kill them, because otherwise they kind of fly in on you. Here's another one. So what I like about these games is I always what I like is that, same with shoot 'em ups and other games, like I love Cotton, I love Lords of Thunder. love Harmful Park. You know, I like about these games is that when there's a character on screen, the scale is different. So and the scope is different. So if you're playing like a game with a ship, everything is going to be, you know, ship-sized or giant aliens or something. But when you play a game where it's just characters, they can play with scale and put more interesting kinds of enemies. Maybe they can put smaller areas because, hey, now you're a character, so like you can go through buildings or something like that. So why not? You know, it's something that doesn't get done a lot. I think Battle Traverse did this. I think Battle Traverse might have you know been like a reference to this game to some degree. Obviously, it's a lot harder than this game is, but the way Battle Traverse is like it's a guy on a jetpack firing a rocket. So the guy probably loved Battle Mania, which would be really cool. So, I mean, I think everybody loves this game. This game is like, especially this. Everyone loves the sequel, especially the sequel's really good. From what I haven't played it. It wasn't in America. This was in America as Troubleshooter, so I'm playing the JP though, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just gonna bomb this. I'm not gonna bother. I just want to get to the next section. I'm just trying to finish as fast as possible because I want to get some lives. Because on stage 5, I'm gonna burn lives really fast. Because stage 5 is where it really starts hitting you. You have to speed up. And this is where you're gonna wanna. I'm just gonna pop a bomb here because these guys are gonna pop up. I don't care. Just going through. What I'm gonna do is I want to angle my secondary character up. You know, and then I want to try to get these guys while destroying this laser wall. And I mean, it looks whatever, but it's actually it was kind of difficult to get the angle right because when you're trying to fire on it, the enemies are popping up in front of you, so you're hitting them instead of it. So you got to find that sweet spot. And then I'm going to angle up here. I'm just going to do some damage, and then I'm just going to bomb. And then I was hoping I'd kill that thing, but I didn't get it with the bomb, so I'm going to just turn around and get it, which sucks because my bomb score is going to be a little lower now. This section's pretty easy once you figure out, you know. Again, it's just a memorizer, so you have to just figure out the locations, and then you're good to go. And then we have the final section. I'm just gonna bomb this because these guys drove me crazy earlier. When I was doing the practice, I was just getting hit by them. I'm just gonna bomb this. Like, why bother? There's no reason to fight them otherwise. You're gonna have your charge up by the boss. The boss is coming up. And this boss is I like this boss a lot. This boss is also, you have to just know. I mean, it telegraphs itself a bit to you when it moves, so the camera's gonna move. And it telegraphs itself a bit, but I mean, at the same time, it's really easy once you know what it is. So if you have it memorized, you can just blast through this. So I'm just gonna brute force it again. I'm just gonna kill it as fast as possible. It would help if my secondary character was near me, but she got stuck on the corner. So if you get caught, like in any game, in any autoscroller, if you get a horizontal autoscroller, if you get caught between an obstacle and the screen, you die. And it's not just like you lose a life; it's game over. So that's what makes it sort of a memorizer to that degree. Stage 3, and Stage 4 really test you on that. I got hit by that guy, and it's also bullshit because those guys just appear out of the bottom and you just get hit. So I have a bomb here. It's over. Pretty easy. And this is good, so we'll stock up. I think I stock up 12 lives here, which I'll need. So exponentially, what's great about having extra lives is, oh, I didn't. So it's the more lives you have, the more exponentially your score grows, and then the more lives you get because of that, which is really helpful. Because on this next stage, I'm gonna dump all of them. Because this stage is purely, if you didn't memorize it, you're done. I don't have it memorized. And so this stage is cool. You have two units, and it takes takes some getting used to really use this right. I'm not really good with this. Like, there's a really good way to point blank with this and to line it up properly, but I'm just not good. I'd have to play a little more again. So. Drop some rockets. These rockets are aimed at you, so wherever you are, just move. I do like they mess with the timing to trick you though, so it's pretty funny. So they come from behind. I actually forgot this, so I got hit by a bunch. I got hit by this. Again, a lot of this is just you have to remember where they're gonna be, because when they pop up, there's no time to react. You just simply have to know. I forgot. I thought there were 3 waves. There's 4. This section, I'm just gonna kill him real quick. There. What really throws you through a loop here is that, so after the first 4 stages, you no longer have bombs. I guess bombs were getting too broken when they were designing the game. But I think it's fine because, again, you have this secondary unit that you need to work with, so you should probably just make use of that. Alright, so we have a mid-boss. This mid-boss is pretty simple. Now, you could really line up and point blank this fucker, but I just don't have the feel down, and I didn't want to get hit immediately, because I wanted to make sure I save some lives. Okay, this section's pretty easy to line up. Just line up a little bit. Push in, pull back. It's set up so that you can get the most out of the beginning, and then you want to pull back because they're going to rotate around you. And then these guys come from behind, and I got hit. And I get hit again because they come twice. So again, you got to memorize that. This is simple, just the missiles. They have suicide bullets, so again, if you're firing, it doesn't matter that much again, because this game is simple. So, you don't have to worry too much about it, These, I could probably work my way down and kill them all, but I just want to avoid getting hit. Because I'm gonna get hit twice here. This section annoys me. Because not only do they have the lasers, but they have the suicide bullets. There's a way around it. Actually, when I practiced this stage earlier, because this stage in the boss, I wanted to practice before I did the run, and earlier I had gotten it down pretty well. So this boss is actually kind of I don't want to call him annoying, but he has some tricks. So these guys, they just fire, and I think I moved back into that. And then at a certain point in time, you're gonna do enough damage that these will get blown up. And then he'll attack with a 5-way shot. And then he'll fires his tail like that, and I'm gonna get hit by that 3 times. It'll happen here. There's 1. I walked into it. Ready for 2. There's 2. Walked into it. Oh no, I killed him before 3. Okay, so we're good. But I have 4 lives. But it's okay because they give you additional lives on the next. They give you additional lives before the final boss. So we think it's over. Let me see what I get here. Pretty solid guarantee. Pretty solid. I think I get. Yeah, I get another life here. So there's a new life. This is where they fake you out. So I didn't want to skip it. I didn't want want anyone to think I was cheating. Who cares? So the one thing is, like, I don't normally have any interest in posting replays at all. You know, for me, because personally, like, I don't care. If I clear, I clear, and that's my business. And, like, there's no reason to, like, there's no reason to impress anybody. There's no reason to say to anybody, I beat this game, you know. You're the one who knows. You're the one who, if you cheat and you don't clear the game, the only person you cheat is yourself. You're not getting better. So, like, why bother? And there's no reason to, like, upload a replay or something, just so, you know, again, unless you have a high score or something, there's, like, no reason. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want to talk about this game a little bit. I think it's a fun game, and I think, again, it's a good game for people to really, like, play as beginners. So here we go to the final boss, because I want to spread the good word of 16-bit games. All right, so this is the final boss. So I'm gonna milk this a bit. So you get 4 more lives. They give you 4 lives before this. Now what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna milk, because I really want to make sure that I have the lives I need. So I'm just gonna pull up here, and this is a very easy milking spot. You could just hold this. Now I don't know if it times out. I don't think it times out. Interesting. I got hit. I got scraped a bit, but it's okay. Because all these points are gonna be important later. And I think I think if you watched a high scoring run, they'd probably be milking this for a while. It's like if you watch Metal Black replays, and they're milking the first boss. They're milking the first boss for 10 minutes, and that's a bit too much for me. I want to get beyond that, but if you want that score, you gotta work for it. So this is pretty simple. You just go to just a circle strafe. And I fired too early and I missed that medal. I was trying to go for it. Okay, so here's final boss first stage popping up. This first stage is actually really simple, but the hitbox is weird. So you're gonna see me get hit by, like, I'm gonna get hit I think 3 times trying to rotate around it. So what you want to do is his hitbox is really big. I think his feet, you can milk this a bit. I think his feet aren't hitbox, but that rat on his head will hit you. But I can't tell when it is, because see, I got over the rat that time, right? But if I go the next time I go around the rat, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get hit. So I go down, standard. So this pattern doesn't change. This is a pretty simple pattern. And see, I don't know how I got hit there that time. You know, it's just the hitbox is big. I don't know how I got hit by that. That was just unlucky. Okay, he pulls out his heart, his fire, and then basically you can do this 3 times. Now you can do this again. I get hit. I get by the rat. I don't know where the hitbox is. You can milk this pretty hard. This is an endless loop. There's like no timer for this. And then he'll pull out his fire orb. I'm gonna just get some of that, and then he should pull it out here. Oh, I still have 1 more to go. Okay, that's fine though. I can get a little more. I get a little more score than from this. This is generally a pretty solid strategy, though. It's kind of weird how he moves. He kind of moves at an angle. It's hard to say. I want to pull back a bit so there's a little room for me here. And I want to pull him forward just so I have a good shot of the heart. And now he's done. Okay. And then the rat does suicide at you, so you gotta be aware of that. Otherwise, so it was the cheap shot at the end of every boss. All right, so this boss, I was getting ready to get into milking position and I messed up. So I'm gonna milk this boss a bit. I have 6 lives. I want more than 6 lives. So this boss gives a lot. The boss's bullets give a lot of score. So I'm gonna milk it. And I will mess up milking this boss, see, as you see, but it doesn't matter because you get that back so fast. Just you kill like 5 bullets, and you can go crazy. So this is where you kind of want to park yourself in the corner. You do want to shift it around sometimes because the bullets they get aimed slightly at you like that. See, so if you were to really milk this, you want to angle yourself in the proper place. Now here, I accidentally switched around. I want to milk this a bit too. These also give a lot of score. So I was trying to milk these a bit, and I do get hit by some of these because again, if I was really gonna milk this, I'd have to practice, and the positioning's not perfect. So I'm just gonna kill him real fast. I'm not gonna milk anymore because I'm at 3 lives. Now, if you were to really properly milk that, you could really pull off a really strong guts bonus and probably, I mean, again, like you could easily timer stop this game. It's so easy. It's probably so easy to timer stop this game if you watched a high scoring run. So the only reason I want to talk about this is that, again, I think this is a really, really good beginner game. And I know a lot of people, if they throw around beginner games, like, oh, you should play X or Y's beginning game. But I mean, if you really think about it, like, what is a beginner, like, what should a beginner game be? You know, it should be a game where it kind of gets people, like, a feel for the gameplay of how a shooter works, right? And, you know, don't have someone start on Battle Traverse, right? You know, I mean, unless they want to start on Battle Traverse. But I mean, if you want to play 16-bit games, they have a lot of weird hitboxes. They're not tiny. They're always bigger. They're weirdly positioned. They get all characters are bigger. Sprites are bigger. Sprites are maybe longer. It's hard to say. So, when you play a game like this, it kind of gets you to think more about, like, when you play a Danmaku game. It takes a while to get used to the hitbox because it's so small. When you play one of these games, it takes a while to really get an idea of where your hitbox is because they're so wonky and everything's so big. And so, playing something like this as an early game, even if you're better than this and you should just play it anyway just to play it because it helps you get used to thinking about where are the hitboxes, where do I want to be in the screen, how do I want to route things based on the hitbox, how do I want to move, you know. All that really does matter in the long term because it helps you build a sort of, I would say, like a gaming vocabulary, right? So you could play this game and be like, oh, I understand now. I played this game and it was kind of similar to that. Maybe I can shimmy my way through this. It helps you play games faster. Because it's not about you don't complete games to complete them. You complete games because each game you play, and you finish accumulates to a greater vocabulary. The more you understand how the games work, the better you're gonna do when you play another game and another game and another game. So you should play every game. You want to be like any of those really good super players. You know, you gotta play everything. And again, you don't play it to clear it. Play it because you want to get better or something, right? I'm not gonna tell you don't want CC Torres it. But, like, you kind of want to, like, think about playing games as holistic. You want to, you know, playing games to make you better at playing games. Don't just play games to beat them. Play them because there's something they offer that you can learn from. Each time you finish a game, each game is designed by someone with a different idea in mind. And that person might have learned something from someone else. They might have gotten their ideas from someone else. And each game you play has a different design philosophy. And as you piece that together, you're going to learn more about how you want to approach things. I think this game's great. If you wanted to go play something like Lords of Thunder, like, I think, like, I don't know much. I wouldn't say Thunder Force necessarily for this. But, I mean, if you wanted to play, you know, Lords of Thunder, I think this is an excellent introduction to how 16-bit games really work. Because, again, the style of game, there's something about this way these people design these games. They're so different than arcade games. They have this, like, there's this weirdness to these Mega Drive games. And, or the TurboGrafx games. Like, if you go play Magical Chase has a giant hitbox. And the enemies have big hitboxes. And the screen space is really small. And so, if you played a game like this, or Magical Chase or something like that, you'd get more of an understanding of the design philosophy of a lot of these 16-bit games. I mean, it's like, you could probably play a beat 'em up and get the same idea, because you play Streets of Rage 2 or something on like the Mega Drive, it has also big hitboxes that are kind of awkward to deal with. It's the same thing, so it's often hard to jump into these games because of that, even if they're easy. Like, this game's not that hard. I cleared this game. I legitimately like played the game once earlier today, and then I booted this up and I cleared it. Now, was it perfect? No. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes, and I got hit by things, but I had no issue finishing the game. It wasn't like I was any danger at any time I got hit. Usually when I got hit, it was just a stupid like mistake I made. But that's fine, because then I could probably do a run right after that and clear through it, because I have everything. I have like all the angles down. I'm probably going to get hit by something random. The reason why these games have shields and all these things is because you're gonna. Unfortunately, it's not like you're gonna get hit kind of thing and you have to deal with it. It's more just like the designers understand that the way these games are designed, maybe there should be some leniency to it, because it's kind of unfair to have really big hitboxes and really big bullets and really big enemies, and just saying, oh, that's it, 3 hits and you're done. That's not fair. And it's not like it's Ninja Gaiden where it's like, oh, well, you can keep playing. You just go back to the checkpoint, because like there is a game over in this game. It's an arcade game still. It's not just a consoleized game. So we gotta be fair to people. You have to give people a little leniency. It's completely fine. And again, the game's easy. You can finish the game probably. It's not that hard. Again, I'm not even that good. I'm pretty like average. I'm an average like horizontal shmup player. My best game is Border Down, and even then, I'm nowhere near like the best Border Down player ever. I'm just pretty okay. I just have the advantage of having knowledge and memory and things routed out. But I'm just a guy. I'm just a rando, and I think that's that should be good though. It should be like you should play these games. You want to play them, then play them and have fun. And this game's fun. I'm gonna download. I'll get the ROM for the sequel. I'm excited to play the sequel, because again, I love these games. I love this style of game. This style of game is for people. There's people who are like, they're going, oh, Cave games. 2004, Ketsui came out, then Mushihime Sama came out, and it's like that's the golden era of games for them. It's like, that's it. I'm raising my hands in the air. That's the golden era. That's the game. Those are the games that I love. And other people are like, Psycho. Those are the games. Rising. Those are the games. For me, this era, this early 90s, early to mid 90s, this 91 to 96, all the Q-em-ups are coming out. All like Lords of Thunder and Thunder Force games are coming out. Cotton came out like 90, I think, 92. I can't remember. I don't know the date. All that stuff. These are the games that I like to play. These are the games that I enjoy. And even if they're easy, like it's like you ask somebody. It's like you ask like one of those like really good players who plays Toho. It's like even if the game is easy, the Danmoku game they play, it's easier than every other game they played. They're like, I still love this. I want to play the game because I love this style of game. They're like, I want to play Toho Danmaku. That's what they want to play. And even if the game is easy, if the game is hard, they're gonna go into it and say, I'm having fun. For me, I had a blast playing this game. 30 minutes of my day. It's good. And I had a lot of fun, and I'll play it again. It's just so fun to play. There's something about these games that is fun. I just did a one-all of Cotton the other day, and I would have gone into the 2-all, but I don't have autofire set up, and so my hand was cramping up, and I was like, I don't want to get carpal tunnel at my age. I'm old now. I'm in my 3rd decade. I'm not getting carpal tunnel. I'm going to avoid that. So I was like, I'm done with the 1-all. I'm done right now. But just playing that game, even though there's so many sections of that game that are easy for me, I can just fly through. I had fun. That's all that matters. The game should be like that. Game should just be fun for you. You should enjoy it. So this is a great beginner game. I'm rambling. This is a really good game, and there's a lot of great ideas. There's a lot of creativity. What I love 16-bit games is they're really creative. Sometimes I think a lot of people, when they're so focused on like, what did they're like, especially you see with new designers, like we're just gonna. They either make bad games where they say they reference something and then they don't know anything about it, like Signy, or they're like, I love this style of game. I want to like, they're like Crimson Clover kind of. Crimson Clover. I'm not saying Crimson Clover is a copy, but I'm saying is that the person will be like Crimson Clover and Cave, and they'll be like, this is the style, and they're gonna copy it exactly. And it's like, no, I mean, sure you can, but it's like, well, but what I loved about the 16-bit era, beyond just like I like the style and everything, and I love the attitude and just 90s and all that, I love that stuff. But it's just that all the games are so different. There's so much creativity going around. You had all kinds of different styles. They were all whether it was Compile, whether it was Technosoft, it didn't matter who it was. Whether it was they were making Air Zonk, it didn't matter. All these games had some unique charm to them. There was something different about them. They weren't just trying to copy whatever was like gonna sell. Whatever sells on Steam, we're doing that. It was more like, we know this console has a market for this type of game. How many games were put out in the 60-bit era that were shmups, right? A ton. And it had a market. I made that talk about that thing. People who like Sonic like Thunder Force too. I mean, there's no question. There's just something about these things that it just, to a gamer of the 90s, there's like no question. There's like genre boundaries don't exist. And so what happened is Battle Mania, Troubleshooters in America, was very popular. It got excellent reviews. I think it got perfect review in like the Western Journal. I don't know. The Wikipedia page is like one thing, so I don't know. But like, here's a game that has a personality. It has character. It has charm to it, and it has its own idea. It has something it wants to say, and the people who made it wanted to make a game that really like expressed what they wanted to do. They made the game as they wanted it to. They didn't copy anybody. I mean, they might have copied somebody, but a lot of that is game design. This game's so fresh. I played it, and I was like, I played it the other day again for the first time in so long, and I was just like, man, it just felt so refreshing to play it. It was like, man, I haven't played a game like this in so long. It just felt nice. And that's what I really enjoy about these games. And that's why I think, if you want to get into 16-bit games, start here. I mean, you can start with Thunder Force 4, but that game is hard. That game takes work. And that game, you want to talk about memorizers, that game requires you to memorize some bullshit. I'd start here, go to Lords of Thunder. That game's not hard. You can get into that pretty fast, too. And then, play some Q-em-ups. Harmful Park, I think, is really hard. That game's difficult. Oh, I'm playing on super hard though, so I mean, I guess if you play normal, it's not that bad. I'm playing on super hard, so I'm sweating when I play that game. I'm like stage 3, and I'm like, sweat dripping from my brow, and I'm trying to dodge like bullets, and then an enemy flies on the screen and just kills me from behind. I'm like, man, I gotta memorize all this. So yeah, get into games because you want to play them. So thanks for if you watch this. Thanks.